Okay, picture this. It's late, you're exhausted, but you're still scrolling, right? And then you see it. A friend from high school just bought a house. A colleague lands that huge promotion. Someone you barely even know is on yet another amazing vacation. And that little voice in the back of your head starts whispering, "What am I doing wrong?" Look, if you've ever had that sinking feeling that you're just running out of time or that everyone else is miles ahead while you're still tying your shoes at the starting line, I need you to hear this. You're not a failure. What you're feeling is a very real and incredibly common psychological phenomenon. So let's break down what's really going on here. Psychologists call this the social clock. You might have also heard of it as status anxiety or maybe the quarter life crisis. It usually hits hardest somewhere between 18 and 35. It's basically this invisible internal stopwatch that's telling you you need to hit certain life milestones. You know, the job, the marriage, the house, by a specific age. But where in the world does this intense pressure actually come from? Well, here's the fascinating part. Your brain isn't actually trying to make you miserable. This isn't some flaw in your personality. It's more like an outdated feature in your brain's operating system that is trying, in its own really weird way, to keep you alive. Just think about it for a second. For thousands and thousands of years, our ancestors lived in small tribes. And if you weren't keeping up, if you weren't pulling your weight as a hunter or a valuable member of the group, you were at serious risk of being kicked out. And back then, being alone meant, well, it meant you were probably going to die. So our brains evolved this incredibly powerful survival instinct, social comparison. We are literally hardwired to constantly scan our peers and ask, am I fitting in? Am I safe? And this is where the glitch happens. We are running ancient caveman software in a brand new digital world. Your brain was built to compare you to maybe 150 people in your immediate tribe for the sake of actual physical survival. But today, it's trying to compare you to millions of people online. And the goal isn't survival anymore. It's this constant, nagging status anxiety. It's an old tool misfiring like crazy in a world it was never designed to handle. And that brings us to the second huge problem. See, it's not just that we're comparing ourselves to way too many people, it's that the very data we're using to make the comparison is completely, fundamentally broken. This all happens because of a little cognitive trap called selection bias. It's the mistake our brain makes when it tries to draw a big conclusion from a small, incomplete set of information. And believe me, on social media, the data set is anything but complete. It has been handpicked, curated, and filtered to show only the absolute best moments of someone's life, their highlight reel. And this really gets to the heart of it. You're comparing your behind the scenes, all your doubts, your fears, your boring regular Tuesdays, to their flashy movie trailer. You're seeing the job promotion, but not the 60-hour work weeks that led to it. You see the perfect engagement photo, not the massive argument they had in the car 5 minutes before they posted it. You're comparing your raw, unedited footage to their perfectly polished final cut. So here's the bottom line. This is a comparison game you are statistically guaranteed to lose, 100% of the time, every single time. Okay, so if our brains are just wired this way, what on earth are we supposed to do about it? How do we actually break this cycle and get back in control of our own timeline? Well, the good news is there are a couple of really concrete mental shifts you can make, starting right now. I absolutely love this idea because it's so true. We can't just flip a switch and turn off thousands of years of evolutionary wiring. It just doesn't work that way. But what we can do is adjust the settings. We can change how we react and what we do when those feelings of comparison start to bubble up. So, let's get practical. We're going to focus on two really powerful techniques that you can start using today. First, the 24-hour rule of gratitude, and second, completely changing your metric for success. All right, step one, the very next time you're scrolling and you feel that little sting of envy, I want you to force a mental interrupt. Just put the phone down. Seriously. The science here is pretty cool. Research shows that the feelings of gratitude and envy literally cannot exist in your brain at the exact same time. So your job is to find one thing from your own life right now that is a personal win. Maybe it's a skill you've learned. Maybe it's just enjoying the quiet of your own space. Acknowledge it, feel it. That simple act can short-circuit the entire envy response. Now, step two is, I think, even more powerful. This one is about changing the entire foundation of how you measure yourself. You're going to shift away from what's called social comparison and start practicing temporal comparison instead. The difference is so simple, but it changes everything. Social comparison, that's me versus them, is all about seeking external validation. It's a game you have zero control over and it's totally unfair. But temporal comparison, that's me now versus me then, it's all about your own personal growth. It's controllable, it's fair, and it's actually meaningful. So ask yourself, are you a little wiser than you were last year? Are you a bit kinder? Do you know yourself better? That's the only scoreboard that truly matters. And this is really the key idea I want to leave you with. We get sold this idea that life is some kind of linear race, that we're all on the same track, running towards the same finish line. But that's just not true. Life is a vast, messy, beautiful, open field. And when you really think about it, you can't possibly be behind, because nobody else is going to your exact, unique destination. Your path is your own. You are exactly where you need to be right now to learn what you need to learn for the next step of your journey. You have to trust your own timing. So the next time you feel that pressure, that ticking of the social clock, I just want you to pause and ask yourself one simple question. Is this my timeline, or is it a timeline someone else made up for me? Whose timeline are you really living on?